the Bat and the Ursa so much in the team fights. So it's a really solid pick for NIP to finish that draft, and it's going to be Era on the Shadow Fiend. Lim is actually going to handle the Viper, safe lane. So it's going to allow their supports to be really active in stacking, roaming, because you don't... Like, Viper is self-sustained, right? So you don't have to, like, babysit that guy. He's just going to be fine alone. So your supports are more active in stacking and ganking. Even though Dazzle is not, like, the best ganker, but Spirit Breaker can make a lot of space by ganking, and Dazzle can focus on stacking for the SF. So everyone is happy with that setup.
Na'Vi, more of the aggression we saw in game 1 is they're going to smoke off the bat. They do have a Rubik lift available. They might even be able to find Jonas some fun. They did see him move down onto the low ground.
Oh, they were thinking of level 1
They
Roche.
could do it, and they're going to catch out somebody off the bat. It looks like just starting with the sticky napalm. Who's it going to be? Handskin trying to charge in. He runs into the tether, gets slowed down, and they turn on him. But at the same time, Ra's in the middle of the fight, and he drops super quickly. The tether alone, not enough to save him. And now, Na'Vi, they book it the hell out of there. But a first blood already to NIP. They'll be happy about that. Ursa, not so much.
Yeah, NIP had a very strong level 1 fight as well.
With no overcharge, he is just not that tanky early on.
Era went for the race as soon as he saw the fight breaking out. That was also a lot of damage done.
Phonic.
Nah, he's fine.
Looks like he wanted to run into the pit there, but that's not happening.
I don't have Firefly. Whoops.
No Firefly, yeah.
But at the
punish this
at the
too
moment
much?
they didn't actually drop the ward though. When they smoked in, Phonic didn't drop the ward into the enemy jungle, so he's gonna drop one now. Not sure if
Seokid just saw him.
Did he actually see the ward?
He didn't see the ward drop, but he saw Phonic just running away. So he might, and he is gonna guess, but he's wrong.
I mean, he's not wrong. It's just a bit okay, I guess.
He misses.
He knows it's somewhere there, but he missed it. It's not like he's wrong, you know. He gets the right spot.
We're saying the same thing, but yeah. He misses the D ward. That's what I meant.
No, wrong is a bit, you know.
I'm not judging him. I'm just saying he was wrong with his D ward. He was off the mark. Anyway.
I can live it off the mark, but not wrong.
Cannot live with it.
Alright.
They're gonna dual lane here, the off lane. So Batrider Io, this looks like it's gonna be painful. Sealkid doesn't even have grave yet. He's gonna be
dead.
dove by napalm stacks, and now Lip with 4 could also potentially die. Tether back, no, not quite enough of a napalm
No,
stack.
he has no mana now.
This is a cool
This
combo.
lane
If they can keep the napalm going, that's 6 stacks. Limp is gonna just have to
They
book
can
it.
dive him. They can dive
Firefly's
him.
available. 7
Oh, no.
stacks.
With the TP back, there's no way.
Yeah, you can't tank the tower just yet.
The creeps are coming in. He just wants to keep the stacks going. Oh no, this is if he gets stacked again, it might be trouble.
I'm surprised. Oh, just got rid of it. Close call there. But now they're going to dive anyway. The IO tether available. Phonic runs right into the heal bomb, though. That's going to leave a mark.
What's going on? They don't have mana.
Very aggressive here. Yeah, they don't really have a whole hell of a lot. Mid lane, just casual trading. Looks like top.
They don't have
Maybe
the bottle.
the pole.
They don't have the bottle yet on Soneko though. Top lane, Handskin is charging in, but the lift is going to cancel the charge.
Nicely done by Always Wanna Fly. Does prevent the follow-up. That's going to be important in this lane. If the Spearbreaker ever gets the charge off on Rubik, then he's in a lot of trouble. And the charge already up again. Of course, that lift has quite the cooldown. So do have to be careful to not get caught on the second charge.
So if you look at the laning phase at the moment, Darkseer plus Spirit Darkseer has a lot of CS from the lane, has a good amount of experience. So has Spirit Breaker. This lane is probably more or less even. Maybe Ursa has a little less last hits than Darkseer, but I think this lane is even. Mid lane.
Oh boy. Dandy gets a little help from a
charge.
friend, Soneko, but
Era's
he's being charged.
Era's gonna get his help.
They have vision. He cancels.
Yep. So far, the laning phase, I think NIP is doing very well. Like the Batrider, you look at him, he's so aggressive that just now he got kills, but he's not getting CS in the lane. He has only 3 CS right now, and he didn't even get the last hit on the kill. Soneko got the last hit. So Batrider is actually in a very, very bad spot here, and he doesn't have mana.
Well, the IO, I guess, in a very good spot at least, and they are farming on their Ursa.
Are you sure you
Both
want
Wind
to have
Ranger.
the Aya to be in a better spot compared to the Bat? I'm not sure. I think you would rather have a Bat have a better start.
I would agree. At the same time, I guess Soneko, maybe we see that early urn coming out or magic wand, something
Dude,
to.
he has so much gold. Did he buy?
He already has a.
Did
he
he
already
buy
has
a
bottle,
bottle
right?
for Dandy or something? I thought he had a bottle.
Oh, that's Dendy's bottle,
Oh, okay.
actually. Oh, you know what? He might have. I don't think he rushed it this game. So, it basically gets him his bottle, which he did not have.
Okay, so I guess that's fine then.
And which means Phonic has a bottle.
Yeah, the bottle is like helping Phonic as well. So
He can just give it to Phonic, maybe. We'll see. Still mid lane, early on. Era under some pressure here against Dendy. CS 10-1. He's a bit behind, as you would expect. That power shot is going to miss. As they dive onto Funnick, he comes back into range for an additional poison attack. But now the bottles arrive, so yeah, Seneko was saving for it. And they'll look to make their move onto Limp. 3 napalm stacks, so they want to go for this. He's taking a lot of auto attack damage. 4. They turn back.
Nah, it's way too dangerous because of the dazzle there. They could just easily die to overextension, so it was. I think it was a good call not to dive in there, even though it was so tempting with the 4 and 5 napalm stacks on the Viper. You know, sometimes against dazzle and you're playing bad with the stacks, you get easily tempted into running in, but you always have to remember there's a grave to screw you over.
Yeah, not to mention a potential TP, although there's none for now.
And you get slowed by the corrosive as well, so it's not as easy as it looks like, the dive there. So it was I think it was a really good call not to go in there. And Funnick is going to run back to base, or okay, maybe not. They're going to get a bottle on.
Hanskin wants to charge. They're hasted up. The charge will be interrupted, but right as the initial stun comes through, still they dive with the Ion Show, but have to be careful. Fuzzy Wuzzy is a little bit angry about this aggression.
Fuzzy Wuzzy is always angry, my friend.
Someone's pissed in his
because
milk.
Then you know the story, because someone killed his cubs.
Oh, is that why? Oh,
yeah.
I actually feel bad calling him a jerk. Navi are diving. They find Arrow mid lane. Shackle, I guess either didn't latch or was so short that I didn't even notice, but Seneko is going to go down as the trade. So they get the Shadow Fiend. They lose the roaming IO. The Bat Rider also committed for this, but they forced out the Viper to TP.
Yeah, fighting everywhere. Viper is not a hero that you want to TP this early. He's a hero that you want to sit in the lane, own the lane, farm the lane, get your Mag, get your Midas, whatever, and just keep getting goal in the early, like 10 minutes.
The roaming ganking Viper. That's
I mean,
not your everyday.
They got a return kill because of that. So
look at that sweet double bottle and a free heal up for Dendy. So he gets the Io's free bottle charge. The Io's instantly refreshes. He also gets his own bottle refilled. That's a nice little medical.
Did they see the dazzle there? They might have been able to go on him. Oh no, maybe not. This guy
might
might be dead. This guy might be dead.
Sticky napalm coming through. They could probably go for this. No, no tether.
The IO was not in a good position. If he actually get the tether slow, then maybe they can actually go for that.
Or if he had a fresh tether ready, but he did not.
So they got 1-for-1 mid, so the lanes are still overall fairly even. Ursa is slightly ahead of the Darkseer now. Viper is obviously much ahead than the Viper.
Charging though, they found Seneko. Raise from Era helps secure the kill. Oh, and then a quick 17%.
Get out of my face, Funnick.
Just because he can. He still might go for the counterplay here though. Not with the raises.
He's fine. Firefly ran out, so there's no way the bat could have just dove there. So he's
I'm impressed by how well Dityara has been farming. He was up against the Darkseer Spirit Breaker lane.
Yeah, but
he's still done very well.
But the Spirit Breaker left the lane after that though, so it was only a Darkseer in the lane. Because Spirit Breaker left to help the other.
Funnick has been called out here. Initial charge. Heal comes
to
through. He's too slow with the napalm.
He wants to burn the creeps. He wants to steal it.
And he might get the stack and live. Oh, raise.
Oh, maybe not.
Raise? Almost in range. Era tries for it. Just a fleeting hope.
Yes, vision. Oh, the Roshan! Oh my god, oh brother Roshan, you saved my life.
What a jerk. Now Limp's gonna die mid. They rotate in. Seneko just been everywhere with this roaming IO.
Yeah, what is going on?
He came mid. He gave Dendy 2 free bottle charges, then refilled his bottle, ganked the lane and killed it.
Dude,
he secured the bottom lane for the Bat Rider. He goes top and heals the Bursa back up to full.
Dude, you know what?
This guy is just constantly saving and turning lanes.
The last game, NIP got the Aegis steal with the invis, so this time Roshan felt it was only fair that if he actually helped out Navi this time.
Okay, I don't. What the hell are you talking about? Roshan has no sense of fairness. The only thing that Roshan considers fair is if every hero dies in the pit. That is fair. Because normally it's Roshan dying.
So no one kills him. So that's fair.
Good theory, though. I don't buy it.
So they're going to know there's a ward here because of the charge, I guess. But they don't have enough gold on the supports to get a sentry. Maybe in the near future. Oh, top lane. The runes. The rune battle.
The Darkseer here. Spirit Breaker just walking to the top lane right now, not joining this little skirmish. As Dendy is going to wind run. Looks to run. Has the phase boots available.
Where's the charge?
It was on cooldown, I think.
Yeah, it was on cooldown.
I think he had just used it to go top and was waiting for it to cool down to fight, but too late.
Yeah, that fight was like so favored for the Spirit Breaker side. If they actually had the charge there. So Funnick's gonna burn his way to middle lane to get a lasso onto Lim.
Batman on the move. Always want to fly, trying to help out here. They get the lift back. There's the Grave, the heal as well, but the Napalm should be stacking up momentarily. Limp up to 2 charges, almost burning down. He's going to live with 4 HP.
Oh,
and now the
the
counterplay. They're going to lose Funnick. They're probably losing Always Want to Fly as well. No mana. Needs some help from Dendimon. Not quite getting what he needs. Power Shot does come through. Hurts Handskin quite a bit. And Always Want to Fly manages to salve up through this. He turns with the auto text, gets the kill. He'll die now to the Dazzleator. Ursa just says, screw that, man. I want my Blink.
No, I want my Roche.
1,800 gold. Well,
He's gonna get his Roche.
I think he's saving for the Blink here.
Yeah, then you sneaky blink into the Roche pit. And
That's gonna be tough though with this ward. He'll need to smoke as well, or come from a very
the Rubik has a smoke, so
yeah, it should be okay.
let's go. TP smoke Roche.
Okay.
Oh, the wall!
That would be so bad if he just ran through that and gave it up. Huh, I wonder why there's an Ursa illusion here now.
Oh, Dendi.
They dive on Dendi mid lane. Spirit Breaker not yet level 6 though. So he's able to withstand the punishment and they keep on moving. Radiant Vision. They do see top lane's empty. They only see 2 heroes on the map. Dendi, who was just mid, and Funnick bottom. They might be suspicious. In fact, they are. They're all rotating.
Lasso is
They're
up
not going to commit for this.
Lasso is up in 5 seconds though. If they want to take a fight around this area, here comes the charge. The fearless Spirit Breaker running into 5 heroes.
Oh, he should have some fear. He should be very afraid. Lifted, lassoed, dead. I am a little surprised he did not cancel that charge.
Didn't they see 5 heroes there with the ward? Okay, 4 heroes there with the wards.
He saw at least a couple. I don't know if he saw all of them.
They won't even smoke, right? I think he... maybe they didn't know. Otherwise, he would have cancelled the charge. I thought he saw the.
Maybe he's just got a death wish. Funnick moving in, getting the napalm out on Limp. And he will take this time to snag a bounty run. It is worth mentioning, Era has kept his farm up through it all. 68 CS, 4,100 gold. Still your leader in terms of net worth. So, despite the Navi aggression, the Darkseer, the Shadow Friend, farming very well.
Who's getting the mech? Lim is getting a Midas, so Shadowfiend is getting a mech. They have 3 heroes that can get a mech. Damn. Oh, Darkseer is getting the mech.
So Shadow Fiend,
Shadow
Yules? BKB doesn't seem all that good this game.
Use is actually really useful for the wind run, for the lasso, for the kiting the fuzzy wuzzy bear. I think use could be very useful, but SMY is probably more common.
There's a charge, bashes the Ursa on the way, and they might even be able to go for him too. So Neko quickly dropping here. The wall gets deployed from long range as Jonas Fan looks to engage. Ra slow down, kited. They need a shackle. Dendi lines it up.
Oh, the bash!
Not gonna happen. Doesn't even get the 2-hero shackle. It looked like it was almost inevitable, but they get the kill. The bash is there, and
There we go. The man without fear.
now they take the tower mid, or try to anyway.
So they should have the mech fairly soon. I mean, they are in a really good position to actually just keep fighting with the mech, because Navi is not going to have a mech anytime soon. So that advantage alone is enough to actually secure NIP at least all the outer tier 1 towers, I imagine. Bear Rider is a long way from his infamous Callan's Bling Dagger of SK.
He went back for his own bottle, so they went for the triple bottle, and he didn't get that kill earlier bottle.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but he needed it. He wanted to have more sustain in the lane, because the IO was like, sometimes he was at mid, sometimes he was stacking, so he wasn't constantly with the Bear Rider in the lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So Dendi looks like rushing towards the Aghanim Scepter. Is the leader for net worth for Navi. Dira got the blink. Still have not seen that easy Roshan grab, and I mean, I'm not sure we will. This is the thing with the Ursa picks. You see Ursa get picked, teams are thinking Rosh, and they're even thinking at level 1, as we saw NIP go there, and they're being diligent. They're not just going to give this away for free.
Everyone knows Roshan killed the cups of the Ursa.
Dira, he's got to be careful. Looks like there was a charge quickly cancelled by.
They bought something on the Shadow Friend. Yep, SMY.
SMY. Ah, it's Era. Of course it's an SMY. How did we not think of that?
I mean, it's not even him. Everyone does SMY.
Oh, but Era in particular loves SMY on every hero. That's like his favorite item in the game.
Because he plays heroes that uses SMY. Life
No. He said it's his favorite item in the game. Just he loves SMY, no matter what.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Even if BKB is more important.
I'm not saying I'm not saying he'll ignore a better item, but if he's not sure, when in doubt, SNY.
I mean, SMY is just a very good item to allow you to fight better in the mid stage. Good stats, good movement speed, good damage, and the main as well. Very useful. So can't really say it's a bad pickup here. I think it's a really useful pickup overall for stats and running around. If you get the maim on the Fuzzy Wuzzy, it would be nightmare for the Ursa to actually get his damage output on in the fights. So it's still really useful this game. But I imagine after the SMY, he goes for more stats. Maybe even more stats though. I think BKB might not be the most cost efficient item this game. I think stats wise it's really good for the Shadowfin. Because you're going to need the armor for the physical damage from Ursa and the Wind Ranger, and then you just want more HP to be able to live through the lasso.
You have some fun. Gonna get the tower deny here top lane. Karate chops it into submission. As Funnick moves on the bottom rune, he has to back off. Hanskin gets the charge.
Oh, here we go.
Roshan? No, not in range.
Not this time.
Not like this.
Not like this!
And also not like this for Hanskin. Trapped on the cliff. Nowhere to go. Doesn't have the stick. It's in his inventory. Pierced through by a power shot. And
I thought he was going to steal the
while
charge.
they're doing a little farming here up in the top lane. They try to sneak into that Roche pit. Spearbreaker up in 15. Not going to be easy. And they do have the Dazzle Weave to scout. So there's some vision control for NIP.
NIP are just in a much better position now. I think they can just try to take as much map control with the mech and just group up. So you don't allow the Bat Rider to pick anyone solo off with the relocate. This is important for them to execute right now. Here comes the fearless Handskins once more. Is he actually going to run into all the heroes?
Mask of Madness Ursa.
Why not?
Interesting build. I guess you have you've got the Enrage.
The game yesterday or the day before when we saw Vega play Pasha, he did the same build, like blink into Mask of Madness.
So you're only getting it, I guess, for the move speed, right?
Yep. Here comes Hanskin. I have no fear.
That's the 2-hero charge. Hanskin rushes in. Quick grab. On this bottom lane, Rubik gonna melt. I just feel like the Ursa's already pretty squishy this game, to be honest. He's been dying very fast in the fights.
He has Shadow Dance.
Shadow Dance?
Yeah, Enrage is like Shadow Dance. You take no damage.
Rob just turned around and gave Winter the dirtiest look. Like, what are you talking about? He does have a survivability skill. I'll grant you that. But that's the extent.
I just feel like both the heroes are very similar in concepts. Just the way their spells work and the way the ultis work.
There's the Midas for Limp. They are going to work on this tower. And he wants to deny. Not going to get it though. And while that was happening,
nope. The lasso. He wants to look for stragglers here. Maybe the fearless Hanskin is going to get lassoed here. Maybe not.
Blink back, lift. Always want to fly. Now he's in too deep. He'll go down. The power shot comes through. It's Bat Rider possibly next. They grave up Hanskin, and Funnick pays for this with his life. They are start to burn in the flames, but Mech, as well as an additional Shadow Weave, they're all
Viper is actually making life so difficult for the Bat Rider. He's just not going to be able to move in the fights. Like when you see him lasso, even if you can't get the Viper Strike on the Bat, you just need to run on his Firefly so he gets corrosive skin slow. And there's nothing you can do about it.
It's just feeling like Na'Vi cannot really team fight
You need a BKB on the Bat Rider.
I think you're gonna need a 2-hero shackle at some point from Dendi.
And you need a 2-hero lasso. Top lane.
There's the Mask of Madness coming into play. He's a bit squishier, has the ultimate though, and can turn it with the ult. We'll get the first kill, but does he make it out now? Ditya booking it. 471 move speed. Seneko, well, the Sayo left to its own devices, trying to juke. Looks like Ditya will survive, and he tethers. But it looks like he ran through the wall
he
and died.
To his doom.
That's his own illusion marking his grave. That's where the tombstone was
Here we go.
placed.
Is this going to be the play for them to get the Roshan? Is he going to be able to sneak in with the Blink Dagger?
I don't think there's any sneaky in this game. They're down 2 towers bottom, but maybe Ditya will try.
When you fail, you try, and you try, and you try until you succeed. So I'm a fan of that.
So you're a fan of just like every time you respawn, just run straight at the pit?
Obviously not like that. But
okay, just checking. Oh no, they see him. He's getting some baby. Oh, he's got to be so disappointed by the Ancients' offerings. But Ditya will back off and begin farming these.
Oh no!
Misses the stack as well. Just a bit too eager for gold.
Too eager for road. Lasso.
Well,
Eunice. Where's the backup? Where's the no relocate? That was
not even close to being ready.
That was obviously miscommunication. The relocate was like 30 seconds on cooldown.
I don't think he noticed that it got used in that little skirmish.
Yeah, but
top
you
earlier.
have to tell your team, dude, I'm going in instead of just going in. Oh, relocate. I mean, sometimes it happens. So
New Navi, old Navi.
mixture of new and old.
It's 3/5 of the old, for now. Well, old is relative, I guess.
Yeah, I guess they're all on probation. So who knows?
But one of them's in the doghouse, Funnick, and I'm not sure if he's getting out of the doghouse too easily with that.
What's wrong? He can be in the doghouse and he can be on probation.
They are relocating onto Handskin. The lift is there. Charge. Not gonna happen. Melts quickly to the nuke damage, and now Arrow's the man to walk in the pit. Relocate's gonna bring them back in this direction.
He has a DD. Easy Roche. Did they scout it out? They have a ward here though. They saw. Where is the?
I don't
lasso?
think they can fight into this. Not without the bat
They can
rider.
try to steal with the bat.
No lasso for 20. Era says, screw it, man. I can just man up on you. Viper Strike was stolen. And Era muscling down the rush. He's even got an ice armor to assist him in this scenario as Era waits for the opportunity to jump in. Spirit Breaker is back. Charge at the ready. And he's booking it.
Oh, Ursa's gonna steal! Look at this. When you fail, you try, and you try again, and you're gonna get it.
The charge is coming. It's on to Funnick. De'Ara down in the pit. The shackle connects on two. It cancels the charge. Beautiful by Dendi. And now De'Ara able to grab the Aegis still. Can they fight into the massive 5-man combo of NIP? They'll lose the Rubik. They get out of there. And Navi, in the end, do grab the Aegis as well as the Roche kill. Not too bad.
Yeah, this bat is really far behind though. That's why they couldn't. If he had forced off, that fight was easily taken by Navi. They could have just dragged someone onto the cliff and just win the fight there. But because the bat is far behind, he's not able to actually do that. The bat hasn't reached the critical point where you have all your tools to initiate. He needs, even getting the force stuff.
Needs the force and the BKB.
He needs BKB this game for sure. 100% he needs. Even in some games, like for example against the Nyx Assassin, you want to get BKB even before the force stuff in certain games because of how the spike carapace counters you.
And in this game, it's that pesky Viper. Just all his slows and the corrosive as well.
It's just so annoying. He can you're not even focusing him, but he just walks.
He just walks in the fireflies like great.
Burn me, and I'm slowing you.
Cool. Cool hero.
Oh, here we go. He got charged. He's charged. They see him.
Funnick, he jumped in. Wall being charged. They do relocate on the back lines. The De'Ara goes to work. The clap comes out. Requiem there to limit the damage incoming. Sneko now
5
needs
seconds.
to run.
Can he live for 5 seconds?
No, sorry. He cannot. And now De'Ara takes the long walk of shame away into the Radiant jungle. He's picked up a Javelin. A Basher Rush, I guess.
Yep. Do you not like it? Do you actually prefer something else?
I don't know. I just feel like he's going to be very frail, but I guess he does have Aegis for now.
He has Shadow Dance, so he's fine.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't know if I like you calling Enrage Shadow Dance, Winter.
Okay, he has
You're going to
Enrage.
confuse the people.
He has Enrage.
They're going to start thinking that this is a ability draft or something.
Dire's top tower.
Okay, bottom lane. Here we go. No, Shackle not gonna connect.
That would have been an easy kill on Limp.
No, maybe
maybe
not.
not with
Here
the
comes
charge.
Hanskin,
Shackle
fearless-
not available.
the fearless one.
And Skin now getting the Nether Strike off into
Oh,
position.
the
Dendi
bash!
has already committed.
The bash!
Needs it. Needs it. Doesn't get it.
Oh
Dendi
my-
will live, and elsewhere on the top lane, Funnick being pursued out. Big bad Ursa jumps in, but the mech's there. So too is the Grave, and De'Ara, well, he pops the ult, but gets kited so freaking hard. Just instantly loses the Aegis. Always want to fly with the drop up and down.
Oh,
The
he has the
double
wall.
walls, he steals it, but what does it matter? Ara's
He has
full
the Shadow
HP.
Fiend
He can
illusion.
just stand in the middle of this and engage. Raze coming out onto De'Ara. The pile drive plow through from Hanskin. A Seal Kid continues to live. Secondary Grave, that's destroyed
power shot
by
too.
the power shot. Nice shot by Dendi. At long last, able to get on the board here.
A nice shot. by
3-0-2.
Dendi.
It's been a while since he had a kill, though.
Oh, here comes the fearless Hanskin once more.
There's a
Diving in.
shackle. Doesn't get it off in time. Actually does connect him to a tree, though. And now Focus Fires turning on Hanskin, who's going to need to back off. Sneko
Oh my
trying
God.
for the relocate.
The damage is real from the Viper right now. He's doing
Doesn't
so.
get out. Power shot. Oh, he flicks out just in the nick of time. Close call.
He's not gonna die. I mean, he had more than enough HP to survive that power shot. So,
But Dendi had Wind Run as well as Shackle.
Dire's
Might have
yeah.
been able to catch him.
yeah, maybe.
No such luck. The Karate Conehead man does make it home safely.
Man, you're calling him Karate Conehead, man, and you're complaining about me calling Enrage Shadow Dance.
You're just using the wrong names. I'm coming up with names.
Okay, I'll make sure I come up with a name during the break.
All right. Like what would you like? You see this guy when you wake up in the morning in your house. What do you call this?
My teddy bear.
That's a disgusting teddy bear. Look at those claws. See those things? You think our cats are bad?
Your cats are worse than this.
You've been having trouble getting along with the cats, Winter.
Your
I have to
cats
say.
peed in my luggage. So
Okay, that's not my cat. That's Brian's cat. That is K-pop Tosis's cat. She's very jealous. His fiance is visiting, and she wants all the attention for herself, Sophie. But Winter at 24 minutes, 18-9 the score. NIP trailing here in the series, 0-1. But with a win here, they would force a deciding game 3, and they are still in a pretty comfortable advantage right now.
Even if I talk about top lane, Hanskin.
Now their strike hand skins just going in on the Dityara. Now their strike's there to start. The follow-up charge comes through. Now Aaron in position. Back as well. And Dityara left to his own devices will pop the ult. Heads for the hills. The flame break bounces Era forward into Raze range.
The Raze!
The enrage was just about to wear off, but not quite.
There you go, the Raze. The
Can
blind
they find
Raze.
him? No, good TP.
Oh, he tried the Raze.
Bit late. Oh, you're dying. That's what you get for calling it. You have a mute button, dude. Press the-
Yeah, I was muting it.
Okay, you did. I just assumed you didn't, to be honest.
I did. Come on, I know the tools available beside my mic. Come on, dude.
All right.
I've been here for
Tower is under
like
attack.
3 weeks.
Dude.
Dude.
But NIP just in the siege mode now. Their 5-man is so strong.
Just because I called Enrage Shadow Dance doesn't mean that I don't remember about the mute button.
Maybe you should use that mute button more often.
Okay.
How do you see Navi getting back into this game, Winter? They're down 8k gold, 5k experience. They've lost all but one outer tower. They took the Roche, still couldn't really fight after that.
Execution though, when they defend high ground with the lasso, I think. Because if you talk about late game, NIP has really good late game with the Midas on the Viper. Spirit Breaker scales very well late game. Dazzle obviously is a extremely good support in the late game. Obviously, Darkseer gets better when the opponent's heroes gets more farm. So, I think NIP's late game compared to Navi's late game is probably even better. You can argue it's better. Because Ursa is going to struggle to do damage in team fights. So, they have to rely on focus fire to actually get them through and get kills in team fights, which is going to be difficult against Dazzle. So it's going to be up to how they actually initiate and how they take the fights. I think execution is their best friend in the late game scenario with Bat. I mean, Bat Rider is always the king of initiation, so if you get a good initiation, you pull maybe the Dazzle first, you take out one hero and you might be able to steamroll the fight from there.
You know, some fun. Backing off to clear out the wave bottom. We're going to see Funnick continue to work towards the Force Staff. Still doesn't have it at 26 minutes. He has really struggled this game compared to some of the other recent Batrider performances of note. Like S4 most notably had that crazy like 6-minute mid blink.
He didn't get like too many stacks, or he got one stack, but the early laning phase he probably died too much in this game, and he didn't farm a lot. Like the main thing is he didn't get a lot of CS in the lane, even though it's 1 versus 1. You can't really blame him. The Viper beats Batrider in the lane, and he was counting on Soneko to actually give him more assistance.
Soneko was trying to salvage all 3 lanes. He came mid to help, he went top to help, he came back bottom to help.
But it was too late.
Yeah. It just felt like everyone needed a lot of help in the lanes. I am only but a single IO. There's only so much he can do.
I hear a charge. Funnick, you really don't want to die here. But he actually got his fast off recipe. So, still needs to build into the BKB. This is a really late, like, items. The items from Bat is really late. Usually you want to reach this point, the Blink plus Force plus Tranks at maybe 19 or 20 minutes. That's like average. 18, 19, 20 is like average. Anything before that is considered quick for a Batrider.
And 27 obviously goes without saying, very late. But better late than never.
Yeah, this is what we call beyond the schedule.
Era gets the Eye of Scotty meanwhile, so his armor goes up a lot, 2200 health, and yet another way to kite the Ursa. I don't even think Ursa can move, even with the Tether Mask of Madness. If they get the Eye of Scotty, the Maim, a Viper Strike, like he is not going anywhere.
Like, what item can he build to actually help deal with that? None. Like
Nothing.
Lincoln,
Yeah, it's just a matchup thing.
Lincolns to block the Viper Strike, but you're still.
I don't even think you need it though. You've also got the Spirit Breaker to worry
Yeah,
about.
you have so many stuns that actually can just make you useless as a.
And you get a Lincoln's, there's still ways to pop it. You get a BKB, they have control through it. A lot of control through it. It's just
So-
going to be a tough Ursa game from this point.
Do you just finish the Abyssal?
I guess so. You just hope for that one kill on somebody who gets caught by a lasso.
And hope for the best.
Radiant's
Ooh,
courier
free
has
gold.
been killed.
That was actually an empty courier.
So Viper, look at the Viper's net worth. He's slowly going to the top, and he has another 2.2k right now. He completed the Manta style. Next item. More damage wise, you go Butterfly if you want to have a. I think Butterfly should be the best, or you want Aghanims for the Ursa. Aghanims could be fine as well. If you get Aghanims, you can always control the Bat Rider plus the Ursa. Even a second cast on the Wind Ranger could be nice. Like, you can actually use to actually catch the Wind Ranger out, like do some damage to him, so you push her back. So I think Aghanims could be a nice next item for the Viper, but it's gonna be a Butterfly.
This is kind of Limp's standard
This is like the
Viper
carry,
build.
the
He
carry.
normally goes for that more carry Viper. Gets the early Midas, Manta, Butterfly. Often I even see like an MKB after this, depending on the matchup.
Oh yeah, MKB would be nice against Wind Ranger. Yeah.
And yeah, in this game it does seem like it would make quite a bit of sense.
SF with the next egg is time to go high ground.
I like these circles from Navi. It's like, yeah, they're probably somewhere in like
They're probably somewhere around here.
this half of the map.
Yeah, because we have a ward
They're
up here.
probably not in their base.
We have a ward here and we have a ward here. We don't see anything, so they're probably
It's
around.
just funny
there.
how big the circles they drew were. Navi are in the dark right now. And IP won a siege.
So Bat Rider, have your camera on Bat Rider. He's the man of the moment to salvage the fight.
I just worry about their ability to get a kill though, Winter. There's evasion on both of the cores. No MKB on Ursa.
But you have to hope for the best at this point. You just have
Or the
to
Wind
try and
Ranger.
initiate. Maybe even on the lesser targets like the Dazzle. I think Dazzle could be an important target.
Jumps in, gets
Maybe
off the
not-
lasso onto Era off the bat. Then the Ursa leaps in, but there's the Spear Breaker to counter initiate and try to hang on in the fight. Era Requiem deployed. Dendy laid into
he
the
got
whole
Requiem.
freaking
He got
time.
Requiem.
He tries to turn it, always want to fly, bringing down the Shadow Feet once they are going to lose their Spear Breaker. Is this the magnificent hold they've been searching for? Limp now gonna have to back off. Era also scrambling. They even buy back the Spear Breaker, but it cost them the Ursa.
That was a good defense.
Pretty
They,
damn good hold.
they killed one, they killed the Aegis, and they only lose the Ursa. I was like kind of skeptical at the start when he initiated onto the Aegis holder, but it worked out for them.
It's not often you say, Force Staff, then trying to Flame Break Era back. He gets surged and he just stands there.
Well, he might have actually died there if he got Flame Break. The
It would've
flame
been
break actually,
close.
the flame break actually removed the telekinesis. Always wonder if I actually got the lift onto Era.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that was really
The
unfortunate.
thing though now for Navi Winter is the lasso's on cooldown for 20. Normally we don't talk about lassos being on cooldown because it's so short, but it does allow them to chip away at the tower. Bring down to 600 health, but yeah, like you said,
Oh,
a
charge.
really nice hold.
Dondo.
Oh, Dendy. He's got no idea this is coming. Nor does he know
He
there's a
needs
lane
to
ward.
get a shackle and TP out.
Tries to interrupt with the shackle, doesn't get it off. Now running, wind running back, has the TP.
Oh, 5
to get in
seconds.
the trees.
Yeah, he's fine.
Might
he's
be
fine.
able to make it out. There's a blink vacuum though.
Blink
This is
TP.
going to be a little tricky, but he blinks out.
Yep, he's fine. So right now, Navi has some time to actually breathe and get farm on their heroes, and it seems like Didyara wants to go for a BKB. I think once the Viper sees the BKB, alright, I'm just gonna save my ulti for you. You're not gonna be moving even if you're BKB'd up. So once they see that, you should always reserve the Viper Strike for the BKB Ursa. And maybe you leave some other disable like the charge or the Natus Strike for the Bat Rider.
Tense game here. Navi, although down a lot, have the Bat Rider high ground defense.
NIP is still in control though, even though
I feel like Navi only can win when they get that really good bat initiation. And even if they do,
yeah,
it
but
seemed like they needed to have the towers helping them that
there's
whole
still
fight.
a lot of counter play, right? There's the Grave and there's always the Natus Strike. If
They did not get off the grave last fight
Yeah.
until much later. And that was with an Aegis.
yeah, there's always ways, you know. Once they see they have to anticipate. That's number one. You need to anticipate the lasso, and then the Darkseid jumps in because no one has BKB right now. You get a vacuum. Like everyone needs to group around the Bat Rider to kill whoever he lassos. As long as he doesn't lasso the Darkseid. I think Darkseid is a key hero as well that you need to focus in a fight. Otherwise, if you focus the Shadow Fiend, theoretically the Darkseid can come in later to counter initiate with a vacuum maul, and the fight is going to be more or less over.
It also, what do you think this is going to be from Jonas and Fun? Is this a Lotus Orb? Are we going to see a Shiva's Guard? Out of curiosity? Because if it's a Shiva's, it's another way to kite the Ursa. But being able to maybe counterplay that lasso could be sweet.
Both is really cool though. Like Lotus Orb will be helpful for the lasso, but I think Shiva's is gonna be a good choice as well because you strengthen your initiating too, and not only that, you are able to slow down the Bat Rider when he lassos and tries to drag someone back. So Shiva's is also definitely very useful, and obviously having armor helps against Ursa. Helps against Wind Ranger. You can't say that it's a bad choice for the Darkseer here.
So it looks like NIP man down. They will need him to restart his PC. Had a bit of an error. Gives us a chance to recap where we are. We're in the lower bracket. Loser is eliminated. This is Navi's new roster. Temporary, perhaps.
Yeah.
Depends on how it goes.
Not like everyone does.
How are you feeling, Winter? I know it's very early. You don't have to make any final assessments. Does this feel different to you at all from Navi's previous incarnations?
I see bits and pieces of their miscommunication from the old roster. Like it always happens with Funnick and Sonico when they are playing off lane. And in this game, we already saw it like once or twice.
We saw it. The one game that really comes to mind, I think it was Navi when they ran the Tusk Undying dual lane, and they just were. It was like they were almost enemies. They were no communication in that game. It seemed.
No communication is even.
There was I remember.
It's even mild to put it that way.
I remember it on the
they
Undying.
They were fighting it with.
The Undying went 1-1-1. He was one creep from level 4 to get the level 2 Tombstone, and then Tusk, who I think Sonico was playing, just ran in for the shards. Funnick was farming the lane. Then Funnick tries to come. They get caught under the enemy tower by I forget what it was, a fissure or something. Lena stun maybe. Then they end up just giving up a first blood in a lane that they definitely should have won. That was.
I can't.
Oh, hi.
I can't remember what was the opponent's lane, but it was. What I remember for sure was the Tusk plus Undying was definitely the stronger lane. They were supposed to win that lane, and everyone else that drafted, like every other team that drafted Tusk Undying, doesn't lose their lanes. Unless
You draft it to dominate the lane.
you can even win like against 3 heroes. But here we go. We have unpause, so let's get
you later,
back
guys.
into the game.
It was fun while it lasted. Although Dota's a scary place. I'm happy to be back in here.
Dota is a scary place for you, but not for me. I actually think Dota is a fun place.
Oh. You're not gonna feel if we have another pause. We'll see how scared you are. I have some tricks up my
Wow,
sleeve.
I'm
Winter.
getting threatened here. I'm getting blackmailed. Help, guys.
Help! I need rescue.
911.
Cut his mic, Rob, quick before he gives the address out on stream.
Funnick breaks the.
Yeah, so Funnick able to reveal the smoke, but is he able to get out? They vacuum him back. Funnick in a lot of trouble now. Blink and Force already committed. Flame break, throw it out, relocate. Oh, not enough.
Oh no.
Now that's 2.
Buy one, free one. That's what we call.
Buy one, get one free. Soneko,
Is
enjoy
he
your
going-
last few creeps. Spend your gold if you can, my friend.
Charge.
He's back. And Shadow Fiend is there. I think he even got the initial maim off. Not that he needed it. 2 down. No buyback on IO. No relocate available. There is a buyback on the Batman.
It's actually a halberd instead of a butterfly, which we speculated on the Viper. It's really good versus the Ursa.
Seems like it's just because they want to try and finish the game ASAP.
Yep.
But they're going to be denied that by the buyback. They saw what happened the last time they went into the lasso, and they're afraid to do it.
Yeah, they're still gaining ground though because they forced their buyback. Because I think BKB is absolutely essential on the Bat Rider this game. Oh no, Eunice trying to run down Funnick. Funnick is getting locked down by the Spirit Breaker.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So they're gonna have another secondary Heaven's Halberd soon. Hanskin seems like he's gonna get it. Ursa is already having a tough life. He is already having a tough life.
I feel like literally every hero on their team just makes Ursa miserable. You've got Surge from the Darkseer, all the bashes from Spirit Breaker, the Viper disarm, the double slow.
Shadow Fiend doesn't make life.
Shadow Fiend has maim and Eye of Scotty
yeah.
and evasion.
His items make Ursa.
Yes. But in some way, every hero is like, let's see how much Ursa can cry.
I don't think he cries, even if the situation gets ugly. Ursa is not, you know.
I think he cries tears of blood. He's like a vampire bear. Ooh, little Blinkaroonie. Funnick, though. Gets back. No follow-up. Hanskin could have charged that, but a little bit cautious play here as they're going to D-ward.
Oh, he goes back. He's going back for a Glimmer Cape, it seems. He went back for a Cloak. Didn't finish the Halberd. I guess they feel like maybe one Halberd is enough. The life of the Ursa is already so miserable.
As the lasso, pulling Jonas some fun up onto a cliff. This is going to be annoying. No
Oh,
force
everyone's
stats.
stuck on the cliff.
2 on a cliff now. Why not? Fanskin just nether strikes his way off the cliff, but Funnick flaps out of here. They're going to relocate onto Jonas some fun. Do they have a way to cancel this TP?
Oh.
They don't, and he jettisons and gets home in time. Meanwhile, Hanskin, he's up on a different cliff, but now gets himself back down into the waiting arms of Dendy's focus fire. Can he finish the job here? No, the grave comes through, and Era will zone him back now. The TP out. Another TP escape. NIP finding all kinds of creative ways to get themselves out of dicey situations. No man down.
That's the benefit of having a hero like Dazzle. It's so difficult to actually kill when all the spells and the way, like, look at how Na'Vi is going to kill heroes. It's all about targeting one person now. You lock one person now, single target focus, and you kill that guy. But when there's Dazzle in the field, how are you supposed to actually get that done?
You have to pull them far enough away that they can't grave. That's basically it. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing like a 4-staff for Blink on Seal Kid.
Maybe a second. They actually have 2 4-staff right now on Na'Vi, so they are able to lasso, double 4-staff, pull you to the tier 4 towers. That is their next plan when they defend their high ground.
I feel like you can't be too confident about your chances if you're relying on that.
What's wrong with that? It's still like Earth Spirit Aghanim's ultimate. You kick someone into the base.
We've seen Alliance come back with plays like that. I think they're the main team that comes to mind as just masters of the crazy high ground holds. But Na'Vi will need some crazy ones. Still playing it safe here on the side of NIP, and Jonas some fun. What's he bought? Okay, it is going to be the Shivas. They've got to have like 15 ways to kite and control an Ursa.
Why do you sound upset when you say it's the Shivas? You
No,
rather,
I was just thinking about it.
you rather have loaders up?
No, I think Shivas is good. Makes Ursa cry even more, if that were possible. Na'Vi do feel a bit constricted though, not able to leave the base.
Yeah.
Aside from a single solitary Funnick.
Ursa without Roshan is just half a hero, maybe.
He got it, but it was getting it after the lanes were kind of lost and the map control and fighting strength was NIP's way.
Yeah, just the last pick was just too good from NIP, the Viper. It counters too much of what Na'Vi are trying to do in this game. It's just such a good pick.
And it's definitely, I mean, you brought it up even before that final ban. It is something NIP run quite a bit of compared to other teams historically, so. Maybe a bit of an oversight from Na'Vi in the draft, but it's definitely paid off for the Ninjas. As things settle down, Winter, 37.5 minutes in.
They're just going to wait for next Roshan. Like, they don't really want to take too much of a risk because of what happened the last time. They have the Aegis, but they still lost the fight. So they're going to get the Aegis once more, and they need to be very diligent and expect the lasso initiation. Because that's the only way that Na'Vi can actually hold their base. They don't have enough like wave clear. Like, they have Power Shot and Fade Bolt, but you can still go up the high ground. So they have
Funnick, and this means it's charging time for Hanskin. He's going up the hill, keeps on going. Funnick just going to get poked in the butt, and now the follow-up comes. The double bash coming through along with the Nether Strike, and is that going to be enough? The back wall combination. Na'Vi in a sticky situation here. Dendi tries to find the opening. Still no shackle shot, and now Dityara charged again. He won't be allowed to TP out. The relocate was already committed, so there's no easy escape for Dityara. He's going to have to run away on his own. Io back to the base. We'll make it out safely, so they only lose the Batrider. Could have been worse, but this is before the Roche.
It's worse. It's like bad enough. The Batrider is like the person that you don't want to lose now. He needs to finish his BKB.
This has to be one of the poorest Batriders on record. I'm actually kind of curious what the...
Yeah.
I'm not sure how easy it is to look that up, but if there is any stats experts watching, I would be curious. Hanskin getting the charge off. Jeep onto Dityara, committing for this. He's even been forced to pop the Enrage early. Now a 2-hero shackle from Dendi, but what does it really matter? NIP not taking damage during this time. They'll continue to work on the racks here. Screw the Roche. They want their first full lane, possibly more. They could rotate for a second if they're feeling confident, but Batrider's going to respawn soon. Safest play, probably to back off after this. They will lift Hanskin. Batman 2 seconds away, 1 second away. Dendi with the 2-hero shackle. This might set things up. Era glimmered for now. The power shot coming through. There's the lasso dragging Limp back. He needs a little help.
Oh, the
charge
double
in
stuff.
deep behind enemy lines, and Limp is going to survive. They get off the 2-hero charge. Ursa gets bashed. He still has yet to auto attack in this fight, it feels like. And in the end, he will end up going down. The relocate was used to try and save him. Not going to happen. TPing home. Hanskin lifted will end up going down there, so they only lose the Spirit Breaker thus far. They kill off the Ursa, and that's after the lasso commitment. Now they relocate. Gonna bring them back
That
a
was
couple
the
of feet.
double force stuff as well, and Vipers didn't even die that fight. Into the
We
tier
thought
four.
that Grave was the counter. It seems charges. I'm coming to save you! Don't give up!
Hanskin has been the hero of this game so far.
It really feels that way. Not to say the rest of the team hasn't done their job, but he's created so much space. It's why we don't see Na'Vi farming. They're always worried about getting ganked by the charge. He's saving his teammates who are lassoed under tier 4 towers when Dazzle's not even close to being able to grave them.
We talk about them maybe needing to have a bench to counter the lasso, but they have a Spirit Breaker that charges in.
It's an unusual counter. It only works when your cores are very tanky, but my god, they are.
Oh, this is the all or nothing play. They're trying to sneak the Roshan.
This feels like the nothing play.
Okay.
They're not even trying for it, dude. Are you kidding me?
I mean, they tried. Roshan took some damage.
They just made sure NIP didn't forget there's a Roshan in the game. That's pretty much all that amounted to. Not that they would. Butterfly up on the Shadow Fiend now. Na'Vi. Did they try for a desperation Roche steal here, Winter? Like, I don't even know what they can do at this point.
Can they even do that?
25,000 gold lead. Even if they steal the Aegis, get the Roche kill, I think NIP might just push regardless.
Yeah, right now because they knew that Lasso is going to be on the SF all the time.
Hey, look who's charging this
He
time. Hanskin is
disassembled
mercy.
his SNY for a Manta, so he can actually deal with the Blink initiation from the Bat Rider.
That's a good call. Could opt to go back for a halberd of his own if he wants, and that's
Really?
finally.
Another helmet.
Why not? Ursa, well, now he has a BKB, so maybe now you don't want the halberd. Hanskin will get caught here. Shackle. Not
Oh my
going to
God,
connect
the
as he gets
centaur.
thrown up on the cliff, and he says, great, I'm coming back down, and I'm looking for you, Dendi. Charge available in 3 seconds time. X marks the spot where the walls cross, but it's only a decorative wall from Na'Vi. NIP, they don't even need theirs. They'll get 2 more
Let's
kills,
go game 3, boys.
and they'll close in here on the game 2 win.
There's not much they can do anymore at this stage too. The Ursa is just like, it's like one hero that is not doing anything in the fight, you know? Your carry.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
When your carry is not doing anything, good luck with that.
And they did pick Ursa pretty early in the draft. Generally, when we see Ursa picks, they're very late and kind of like catching opponents off guard. I would say that's the most common way the Ursa
Yeah.
gets picked.
And honestly, even before the Viper pick, the first 4 heroes, they have decent ways of dealing with the Ursa already, with the first few heroes. So it's not even like only the Viper ruined his day here.
It seemed like they really wanted to play off of the fact that NIP were going to scout Roche as well. They went for that early 5-hero smoke. They got the high ground ambush, but they didn't get the instant lift either. And had they been able to do it, maybe they get the first blood.
They
And this is a
didn't
different game.
they didn't have enough damage to beat, like I mentioned, NIP. I feel like they have the better level 1 heroes as well.
Ursa's just not that good of a level 1 hero. He's an amazing like level
2.
2 or even 3 to 5 hero, but level 1, you either get Fury Swipes, you get the clap, you get Overpower, but you cannot really burst anybody on your own. And then they had IO with no overcharge, so Ursa's squishy.
Okay, this is the all or nothing play.
And it
But-
did feel like
but
they
it-
weren't
it-
the
it
strongest
feels,
there.
It feels like it's already a nothing play, but they're gonna try.
They'll look for it. Smoke now around the man in front. They're about to
Hanskin
get
is
vision
there.
on Limp. Smoke breaks. And they do see him, but that's at the same moment they're also jumping in on a Yoda-Symphon. The lasso comes out onto Hanskin. The Shackle was there in Yoda-Symphon. He starts to take the lion's share of this Wind Ranger damage, but tanks through it, turns the fight, and they start getting cleaned up. NIP
And that was such a quick reaction.
easily slaughtering
He
Na'Vi.
reacted with the Lotus Orb on himself, so as the Shackle came out, then he got Shackle as well. That's why there was no damage during the Shackle time.
Even if he, I don't even know if he could have killed him anyway. So tanky.
He almost died though. He was down to half and it was without the focus fire. So probably would have been able to kill him.
Tough loss for Na'Vi here in game 2. They go from the highest of highs as they crushed NIP in game 1 to one of the lower lows
Yeah,
as
but-
they get destroyed in game 2.
Do you know what defines a good team or a potential team? Or how far the team can go? It's when they are down and how they come back. It's what matters. It's not all about winning.